Hello YouTubers, it's Travis, and we're back for another episode of DraftHero, the Bronze to Mythic Challenge on a free-to-play account in MTG Arena Limited. We're back with more Ikoria, which probably doesn't surprise you, and I cannot tell you how much fun I have had with Weaponize the Monsters. What can you do with Weaponize the Monsters? Stay tuned. I hope you enjoy today's draft. What have we here? We've got a Grim Dancer, which I don't mind. Don't particularly care for Whirlwind of Thought. Didn't love the Ivy Elemental. I like the Durable Coal Bug, and am thinking about taking it. But I think the Grim Dancer is a much more reasonable pick. It's a good attacker. It's a good blocker. It's just a solid card. Good morning, Aaron. Reed Snake. Good morning, Aloy. This one seems like a pretty easy rescuer as well. Mainly because I want to get into Mardu stuff if I possibly can. If I can't, that's okay. Ram Through's good too, to be fair. Ermagerdum, Registic Ernikern. Not a lot happening here, sadly. Because the Majestic Ernikern's not very good. Kinda neither is the rest of this, so it's not really a spot where I can be thinking about doing Mardu things. I think we take the best card in the pack, which is the Heroine, and see where we go. Why does it have a smaller rules text box and larger art? Looks weird. Well, Umori was pretty good. So if we're willing to commit to black, which I think I'm willing to commit to, given that I'll have Umori in the deck, that's pretty good. A bigger bird, eh? Like, I'm not going to companion it, but you don't have to companion it. It's a bloody 4/5. Okay, I do like Necropanther, but I also like Void Beckoner. So I think we're just like, we're doing black things now, and we'll see what we're going to pair it with and why it's red. So I suspect as of now, we're playing these cards and this one, but we will see. There is still some Mardu potential here. I'd say a great deal of Mardu potential. Hello, Grixis. Coalbug came back. Now, what we don't have yet is any fixing or any of the, like, real interesting ways to abuse a bushmeat poacher. But that's all right. None of these cards do anything. I'll take a blue one since we're, I mean, sort of close to blue, I guess. Well, we're drafting against people who don't know the format is what's likely, sir. It's also best of one drafting, which on general has worse average drafters than what you're used to seeing here. So combine a format nobody's played in 2 years with a free draft entry. So, hey, never drafted before? Great time to check it out. Like, don't try to read signals in these things. Try to pick the good cards. There's a lot of reasons you'll see some stuff going late that you're like, wait a minute, why is this here? But it doesn't matter. Just take the cards. Be happy. So I don't think I would get into blue-black. And I have done some good work with a Lurking Deadeye. Yeah, I want the Lurking Deadeye. I've played this card before and it's not bad. Same with Dark Bargain. I don't know that we're playing that, but we might. Now I can take a duel, but I still don't think I'm getting into blue-black. Not with the Fire Prophecy, but I could be convinced. Man, there's not much I would take over the second Bushmeat Poacher, but we did find a card I would take over the second Bushmeat Poacher, and it's a Wrath. You got me. I mean, Void Beckoner's really a spell. Like, I'm not playing it for the 8-drop, although it can happen. Now, we're not going to companion Yorion, but that doesn't mean we couldn't play it. I don't really have useful blinkies yet. I don't think I would want back for more in this build currently. We could get to where it would be good. But I think Yorion is what I'm interested in. It's already okay on its own. And black-white is usually the base of a good Mardu deck for cards like Dire Tactics, for example. And there's a few things we could blink in black-white. I will start getting the lands eventually. Just not right now, apparently. I suppose I'm not opposed to Abzan if that's what's coming by. Because I think back for more makes a lot of sense here. It's funny to see that going by so late, but I think I want the first Blitz Leech. Because I should be able to wheel that other Coil Bug. The other one went all the way around the table. That's incredibly greedy. But I'm incredibly greedy. Dang it, Bobby. I'd really like this weaponized, but it's not an adult pick not to take the Scoured Barons. I don't have a huge amount of token generation. And it like that plus a Fire Prophecy isn't quite enough reason for me to do it. It's really close. But not quite. And I do feel like if you don't have at least 3 duels in an Ikoria draft, you did something terribly wrong. I think I like Fume's main deck these days. Looks like I'm not going to get the other Coil Bug back, eh? It's a bit disappointing. So we were fighting the table for white, it would appear. But I got the Boot Nippler back. That's not a bad card. You currently don't really have any combos with Yorion other than the Blitz Leech or resetting the Grim Dancer. Hope you have a good weekend too, Nosny. My throat still really hurts. I may have to take an Advil break in a minute. If we want to splash a blue card, and I could sort of see splashing for some heroin. Okay, there's a coil bog. So we got plenty of coil bogs. Meaning I could really use something like weaponize the monsters, but I wasn't sure what I was going to sacrifice to it yet. And I can always use the bushmeat poacher to eat these. Like, it's fine. This is a really underwhelming pack. I didn't remember Ikoria having packs this bad. I'm going to take the Blossoming Sands with the idea that we might splash this back for more. I want the Blood Curdle, but I also want the Evolving Wilds. But I think the first Blood Curdle is probably more important. This gives me like 2 solid targeted removal spells, which I think we probably need. So here's the question. Do you think we can get enough fixing to play Eerie Ultimatum and back for more? Let's find out. Because that sounds like fun. And if we can't, I just won't play it. This would be a big piece of that fixin'. And a cute combo with Yorion. And watch me pass it too. Yoinks. Yoinks. So I can abandon, well, not abandon the green plan. I can abandon the Eerie Ultimatum and get to play Weaponize the Monsters, which I rather like. Yeah, this might be better than Eerie Ultimatum. Unless the mana just gets absurdly good. I think I'm playing this too, right? Like, we could literally splash Weaponize, Bag for More, and Archipelagore if we want to. And we might want to. Oh, what a fun format. Okie dokie. Yeah, I think we're going to do all of those things. So we're basically mono black splashing for the other colors, if you think about it. Four Evolving Wilds. Okay. I may not have room for many basics. That's interesting. So the question is, do we just play the Eerie Ultimatum anyway? And I don't think I actually have room for it, because I'd need to play 2 for us, and I don't want to play 2 for us. But that leads me to believe we could probably play Fire Prophecy and make it work. There's not that much in this deck that's not just straight up black. So we need to make sure we can cast our black spells, and the rest should be fine. But for starters, again, we don't have that much room for land, but we're going to need 1 basic of every time. Well, do we even need a plains? I've got 1, well, realistically, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 white sources in this deck without a plains. I mean, what I want to do is something like this. How bad off does this leave me? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 black sources if we're counting the Evolving Wilds as black sources. I don't think we need the blue. Because we've got 3 blue sources for the Archipelago, and that's not coming up until incredibly late anyway. This could be an interesting one. Let's take it out for a spin. All right, DraftHero. I need another 7 wins, buddy. We're on the free-to-play DraftHero account right now, chat. And the plan is to play until we get Mythic or run out of gems. What's up, Punk? How you be? Winsguard Craig. Glad to hear it. Yeah, the sleeves are all available through codes, Grixis, which I think is pretty cool. What's happening, Brownie? How you doing? I think I'm going to go ahead and pop this thing. Sort of like getting a free cycle off of that. And I'm going to shuffle it back in anyway. Like with the Extinction event, I should be comfortable doing this. Yeah, this one even would actually be pretty nice. Because we can just gobble all of this up, right? I'm sorry to hear it, Brownie. The cycling deck can be very powerful. Yeah, and that was the one downside of the cycling deck. I'm gonna have to mute this opponent. That pet is too annoying. I know it's supposed to sound like lightning, but it sounds like somebody scribbling, and it triggers me to look around for somebody like taking notes or something. That's the only pet I'll mute, though. Sure. Mr. Garrison Cat. I think they've got another night squad, not the 4-2, but we'll see. If it's the 4-2, I can be okay with it because it's still dying. It's not quite what I had in mind for that. Draneth 2-drop. I'm not sure which one that is. Like the Stinger? Yeah, I mean, it can be an incredibly frustrating dag. Hey, morning, Moses. Thank you for the host. I hope your stream went well. This is basically a hard counter to the weaponize the monsters, which is kind of crazy to me. Given the fullness of time, I think we'll still be okay. That'll help a wee bit. I can tap my stuff right slowly. We are on the DraftHero account, yes. Now they can't tap my stuff. Now they can't tap my stuff at all. Chonk. And there you have it. Didn't even need the blow. All right. Let's talk. I was made for blocking you, servo. I don't like that very much. Don't like it very much at all. Yeah, kind of like, but this is spells. Okay, this is not a spell. Kind of like the idea of just not having to deal with this at all. Member? I'm member. I'm supposed to have that, not them. That's not really fair. Stop it. They're gonna race a weaponized deck. I like that plan. You got to go, buddy. Show me what you got. I don't like what you got. Very well. I am in a small amount of danger. Bastion was very good. We had a deck with two of them yesterday, and it was kind of absurd. I hope I'm not dead this turn, because I think if I'm not, we can start to do some stuff. But I'm gonna need some help. Dagnabbit. That puts me to 1. It's almost enough. I could spew both of these at the Volcupede. And then cast Yorion to block. That's probably my best bet. Except it leaves me dead. I don't like the being dead part. So that instead leaves us Yorion to block. Yeah, Yorion to block, and we're going to have to sack something. Yeah, we could sacrifice Yorion if we need to, but I can also just block with it. I can block and then sacrifice it and not be dead. I think I'm going to reset this to lifelink. I just don't have enough life to play with to actually kill their creatures. Oh god, they got a General's Enforcer too. They're playing my deck, they just don't have a Weaponize. Maybe they have a Weaponize in hand. Because it has to be the Yorion I sacrifice here, which really sucks. Does Fumes do anything? I mean, it certainly will, but I think we need to get deeper and find an actual hard removal spell instead of that. Because I have to be able to kill these creatures individually. With the amount of life that they have, with the amount of life that I have, I can't cast Fumes into a Bastion. Like, that's just not going to work. So we can gain 6, which is something. But I can't do anything else this turn if I do that. I suspect they either still have to take this or trade it off with a 1/1, which I'm pretty happy with. Well, I say I'm happy. I wouldn't say I'm exactly happy. Good game. I mean, I got another round, but I don't think it's over yet. It's getting close to over now. Because there's basically nothing I could draw that would get me out of this, right? I still wouldn't say that's perfect, but it's a start. Now we're probably dead, though. Top deck hero. Hashtag not dead. Yeah, I probably did Zumbub. I didn't quite think about that all the way through. I'm still pretty sure I'm dead here because I don't know what I can do at 1 life when I can't kill their creature. But we tried. I should have sent the bug in. It's likely that they just take it. But if they blocked it, it would have been way better for us. But the way that was lined up, if they're going to be able to kill the bushmeat poacher, I don't know that we had a lot of options. But I do like good game into Wrath. It makes me happy. We were 10. Seems pretty reasonable to me. Perfectly reasonable mana base. I might want my sweater on. Mimno MTG, thank you very much for the tier 1 sub. Can we get some cats in the chats for Mimno? Thank you very much. How did you bump into the stream, Mimno? It's not bad, yes. Well, we're glad to have you here, Mimno. I'm a huge fan of Kenji, too. I kind of need to not get my crap tapped. Yeah, this is probably the time to fire it off. And then we'll have leeches going forward and can be basically fine. Kenji's good people. I don't think I would be streaming if it wasn't for a conversation I had with Kenji a long time ago. Suspiciously? What do you mean suspiciously? I mean, this is a Mardu deck in spirit. If nothing else. Yeah, it's going to trade for something. Go get it. Means we only got a 3-for-1 off of this card. I think I'll survive. I do try to be chill. Chill is my jam. I don't think I want to deal with that right now. we're close to having this one done. Well, thank you very much, Mimno. I appreciate it. I guess they can see the writing on the wall there. I meant to take a Tylenol when I went upstairs, or Advil, and I didn't. It's unfortunate. All right, DraftHero needs 7 wins. Let's get them. This could work. Work. That kind of makes me want to wait for the cycle, you know? But that's not realistic. I don't think I can just not spend mana and expect that to work out well for me. It's a lot of boars. There's a lot of different reasons to like or not like a set, and I found that it kind of depends on what type of magic that you like. I think one of the reasons I like Ikoria so much is there's no equipment in it. I hate equipment. I hate auras. Any set where those are good, I'm usually not going to enjoy it very much. So if somebody's like, man, I just want to cast a 1-drop and then put a Tormentor's Helm on it and then cast an aura on it, and oh my god, I got him. Like, I don't want to do that. But there's people that do, and they can't do that here. So, like, it's kind of like, what are you looking for out of your magic? Kind of depends, doesn't it? But it's a different strokes for different folks things, right? So I don't really want to cast a 4 into that, but I guess I still do. I could have cast one of these too, but I guess I didn't want to. It's fine, auto tapper. Don't worry about it. Like, we know they've got at least 200 even casting costed creatures in their hand. Yeah, I want to get at least one more out of them. I didn't care for original Innistrad, but Shadows over Innistrad I loved. Notably another set where there wasn't much equipment. I also liked Hour of Devastation a lot. Interestingly, a set that didn't have much equipment. I mean, some people would say that's a part of it. I'm probably not going to get more than this, but I will learn from my mistakes in the previous one. It's just a set that doesn't hold up well over time. But like I said, it's okay for different people to like different things. That's my opinion of it. If you like original Innistrad, play it all day, man. It was not for me. It's just like your opinion, man. No, I don't think you will. The void beckons. Okay, fine. Maybe you will. I'm not your real dad. You do what you got to do. Gonna have to block something here, my friend. Okay. That was a tough decision for me to make, so I'm glad that I didn't have to make it. I don't mind having chafe cards in the format. I'll go on a little mini rant about original Innistrad. What I liked about it was that it had wonderful flavor. What I also liked about it was it had some really fun build around uncommons. The challenge with Innistrad was once everybody knew about the build around uncommons and understood those decks, it basically was Ixalan, where the best thing you could do was cheap creatures and then augment them with either auras or equipments. So if you liked original Innistrad, you probably loved Ixalan because it was the same format. It was a bunch of tribal creatures that you thought maybe you were supposed to draft tribes, but there wasn't really any reason to. And some uncommons that were really cool, but you didn't get to see anymore because everybody else took them. So like, I really felt like Ixalan and like Innistrad were the same set, right? Like Invisible Stalker with Furor of the Bitten or Butcher's Cleaver. It's like, it's the same thing as one drop Merfolk with the stupid wings thing. Like Spectral Flight was even a card in Innistrad. Like, they were the same set, but the flavor was better. But they were both Halloween sets, right? One of them was like, let's explore horror. And the other one was, let's ask for children what they'd like to be for Halloween. I want to be a mermaid. I'm going to be a pirate. I'm going to be a dinosaur. Roar! I'm going to be a vampire. Happy Halloween. It's Godzilla, not Pokemon. Yeah, same thing with me in like Mirage. Like I played Mirage, but I understand that it was not a great draftable set. It just happens to be the first set I played. Are you suggesting Magic has flavor, Sean? What? Lol? These are Magic cards, dude. There is no flavor here. Some argument to give it lifelink and death touch with the idea that I could blood curdle, but I don't want to be priced into blood curdling something next turn. You got to save that wolf. And there's a decent chance it just dies anyway, right? So who cares? But if and it didn't, that'd be swell. I do think that flavor is important to make a perfect set, but gameplay alone can go a long way. Because whatever the flavor is of Ikoria, I don't actually know what it is, but I don't really need to. I think it's fine to like something like that early on in your Magic playing career. Ikoria's flavor is Big Monster Rar. That does seem to be accurate, yeah. I kind of reject the idea of Timmy, Spike, whatever, Tammy, Linda, like, you don't have to fit nicely and neatly into 3 or 4 categories. Well, that's potentially a problem. That's odd. That's odd too, is the problem. I mean, this is going to look a little bit suspicious, but I don't care. You might be in a bit of danger here. But it's all I got. I need him to cast that. If they'll cast that, we might can win. It's still going to be close because they get a top deck, and every spell they top deck is going to be, like, actively good for them. Wait a minute. What if it wasn't? Oh my god! Get out of here, Sharknado. I forgot I actually had a way to deal with that. Man, it feels good to be this good at Magic. Why would you use all of my black mana for that? I gotta watch that auto tapper. It's being stupid. I don't think I actually have anything else to cycle, and they're pretty clearly going to trade these, so let's just let it happen. Auto tapper is making the game interesting. I think I only have one basic left, right? Yep, that one. Auto tapper's great. Bye-bye. Neat shark. All right, 4 wins is good. That means we've sort of got our buy-in back. But for DraftHero, that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for 7 wins, and we kind of need the 7 wins, so let's go get it. I found I usually play lifelink on that if I draw it early. Because most of the stuff you could attack into, it's still good with. And I was going to get Death Touch anyway, it's a joke. This thing's really good. I'm actively terrified of this card. What's up, Jess? This is a great format for pacifism. Probably one of the best it's ever been in. Okay, I can be a little less scared of this thing now. You got it, buddy. Not dealing with you. No, thank you. I don't know that the rescuer actually does anything now, eh? I've used all my cyclers. He's got to go. I don't have time for that. This is the DraftHero account, Jess. Yes. We are Draft Heroes. Okay. I do not anticipate running out of coil bugs in the near future. I started prioritizing them late in pack 2, I think. Because duels are nice. Especially when you're playing a pretty tame deck that doesn't have a lot of color requirements. You know what I mean? I mean, this is technically a 5-color deck. Welcome to Aquaria. Oh, sometimes your Space Godzilla, or what do they call him? Without cosmetics, your Void Beckoner isn't enough, and you're going to need it to come back for more. You know what I'm saying? So in circumstances like that, it's nice to have a forest in your deck. Nah, You want to get me? You still want to get me? I'm not going to let you do it. Wouldn't be prudent. Auto Tapper's like, I'm going to get him. I'm going to mess him up on stream. No, you're not. Come, my companions. Let's make him scared. Happy Saturday, Andy. Which card would you get most excited to pack one, pick one in Ikoria, anticipating a fun draft? Bushmeat Poacher. Not joking. Oh, but I can't do that. I guess I just have to kill him like this. Roar! Well, I don't want to open the Mardu Enchantment Alloy. I want people to pass it to me because they think it's bad. That's the whole point, right? All right. DraftHero is in Diamond. Is Mythic after Diamond? Or is there Platinum? I don't remember how the ranks work. Okay, so I was Platinum. Now I'm Diamond. So how many pips are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I basically need 20 wins, and we've done it on a free-to-play account. I don't play ranked enough to know what the ranks are or how they work or really anything about it. But if I can get 20 wins and 0 losses, we're good. I would like to do that. Let's do that. So we need 20 wins, 0 losses. We basically need 20 wins and then a win to cancel out any loss we have. Like that's pseudo conceivable for me in Ikoria. The only challenge would be what happens if we run out of gems, right? Like, I can't really have a bad run. The cycling deck is basically, they're playing solitaire and we're their clock. I do think the colorless one-mana cyclers were likely a mistake. Or at least the cycling payoffs. Like, this one was clearly a little bit too strong. It could have been a 1-3, and it still would have been busted. What's up, Commander? How you be? It's from Streamtastical Tunes. Meemaw the Geeky Granny's record label. And I've been digging the tunes. Can play them on stream, can play them on YouTube. I still do OC Remix a lot when I'm streaming, but if I'm streaming something that I might want to put on YouTube, I'll use Streamtastical. It's easier to get those through. About a year ago, and she's been working it. They've got some good stuff coming up on it too. They've got a rock album coming out soon that Papa Bill sent me some previews for, and it sounds pretty good. We're gonna kill the marmoset. I don't want a 2 for, well, I guess it's not really a 2 for 1, but like 1 for 1 with Back for More. I'd like to get a little better with that, but it's kind of a countdown now to, do they have a Zenith Flare? How long is it going to take them to get to it? This is actually fine, I guess. Now, if you hit a Bushmeat Poacher, it doesn't matter. We can gain enough life that Zenith Flare won't kill us. As was foretold in the prophecy. Ow. Taking a big hit. Sucks. How about you draw something good, Dak? We're good. Still have to attack with it, because like they got one cycler I can't block. But this may be my best shot at actually killing them. I kind of need them to kill this so I can back for more it, and then we've got an opportunity here. Okie dokie. This is what we needed. Can we hit a land? So this on even, 5, 6, 7 would not kill my dude. God, this is, well, I mean, this is basically, do they have Zenith Flare? Yeah, I still want to do this. Sorry. It'll kill him in 2 hits. That has to be the line here. So we're just looking to dodge a Zenith Flare for 2 turns. I think since Ikoria came back, we've had 2 extinction events. You probably were just watching when we got both of them. Gosh darn it. I was like, we play this so we can kill anything we need to, but I forgot about Lava Serpent. I should have just played the Bloody Coil Bug. That's a tough one to lose. But you got to decide what you want to play around. I was worried. I don't know what I was worried about. I was worried about having removal up to get a blocker out of the way, and I didn't need it. I could have cast it on my turn. Unfortunate. But if you're going to lose, that's the spot to lose in. We just hit platinum, so we're not losing any rank. But that is a bit disheartening. I felt like I had that. If I just played the Beetle out, we win that. They are. I feel kind of stupid after that. That was one of those things where, like, if I was zoned into the format like I used to be, I would have won that game. But I guess I can't beat myself up for not remembering everything that's in a set. I haven't played it in a year. But that haste monster would not have beat me a year ago. There's an act of treason effect, which honestly, if I'm thinking about it, is what I was worried about. It's called tentative connection. I wanted to have enough up to sacrifice the 7/7 if they had tentative connection, but not everybody is playing tentative connection. I would in fact say most people aren't. Which kind of leads to a weird scenario where it makes more sense to play around something else. How many wilds? 4. Bleach is good. I do like the Blitz Leech. It's a shame. I really would have liked to keep this. I forgot about Divine Arrow too. It's so bad most people didn't play it. Well, it looks pretty good there. Come to think of it, the decks I've had something like Divine Arrow in just lose. I think it's better avoided when there's like really good removal in this format. Like F-Wolf. And they had some too, right? Fire Prophecy's real good. Oh, the Piceratops? I guess. I didn't particularly love Piceratops either. I think you were supposed to mutate on it and get value that way, I guess. What's up, Techno Shaman? Good to see you. Fine, I guess I'll just take the 7/7. Doing pretty good, Burger. How you doing? Sick beats. I guess they have to have a Zenith Flare in this deck, because they're looking for it pretty hard to kill me with it. Yeah, they do. I was going to say, like, it doesn't make any sense to be putting Happening Snare in this deck. So, unfortunate, but they got there. We really needed that life linking. But I'll take it. This is not an unhappy one. I do feel like I made some mistakes here because I did. But if we're going to lose, A, let's have it after we've just hit the next level plateau, which is really nice, so we're not actually losing any rank. And B, where we've actually got our gems back. So I said earlier we need 20 wins plus a win for every loss we have, except for that one. Those two losses, we don't have to make up for. It's actually just fine. So I'm very okay with that. Big shout out and thank you to my patrons. They are supporting the work that I'm doing here on YouTube and Twitch, and I really appreciate that support. It allows me to continue to produce these series and make sure that you have drafts to watch every day. Thank you guys and gals so much. If you'd like to support as well, please check below. There's a link to my Patreon, and you can see your name up here at the end of the videos too. Thank you.